In 1893, a letter to the Southland Times imagined the far-off year 2000, where women run politics, men wear earrings to show if they're married, and the terrifying concept of men without beards. The following is a word-for-word reading of the original article, published October 24th, 1893. A dream of AD 2000. To the editor, Sir, last night I dreamed. It was AD 2000, and I was surrounded by people I thought strange, and they seemed to regard me in a similar way. On a table, I noticed a book called Hansard with the well-known term Victoria Dei Grazia, but in large golden letters, Centennial. I asked the meaning and was told that in 1893 a most important event occurred which had changed the whole features of the world. Previous to that time, the female sex was supposed to be inferior, but now it was amply demonstrated the reverse was the case. And how did this come about, I asked. It was explained that the sex were very numerous and male MPs, anxious to hold office, decided to gain the female vote. That, however, has been prevented occurring by a short act passed about 1900, by which aspiring members for Parliament were required to sign a form stating what they would support and what they would not support, with a clause agreeing to forfeit all pay should they betray their trust, and copies of this could be obtained at any post office for a penny. It began, I, John Jones. What does that I mean? I asked. It means John Jones is a single female. John Jones 2 would mean a married woman, showing she commanded 2 votes, while John Jones would mean a male, married or not. The sexes can now only be known by the male if single, wearing a ring in the right ear, if married, in both ears. It looks, I said, remarkably like the way they used to earmark sheep long ago. I was told that was how the idea occurred, but men in my time used to have hair on their faces. I never saw any, she exclaimed. I heard indeed some of the old people say they remember it, but a lot of quack medicine agents overran the place with the method of removing hair. They came from America. After that, it was considered as wrong for men to wear beard, whiskers, etc., as it would be in your time for the ladies to appear in their natural form. The Americans gave us great trouble years ago. A swarm of missionary women from the Salt Lake arrived and nearly produced a revolution. They wanted 6 women to marry one man, but such heathen customs could not be tolerated for a moment. How do you manage the rearing of children? I then asked. Oh, that gives no trouble, she replied. The state takes charge of them at once, and all the railway lines have a nursery train daily from 11 to 1 p.m. that does instead of perambulators. I felt a dig in the ribs, and Mrs. Z demanded in stern tones what I was laughing at. Having explained it all, she remarked, "Thank your stars you were not born yesterday. Go asleep, Z."